you get liver to yeah, make we go. Now only truth with the young for yeah, no fear. If you no fear, I'm a beg waka go. Mr. Truth9ja no get your time. We dey talk am raw, we dey talk am prime. If you fear truth, oh yeah, sit down here. Now the hand don't start to make it clear. To all my people where they watch, I hail you now. Now the real gist we dey drop, no drama. Truth9ja don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again. You get liver to hear and make we go. Now only truth we dey have for yeah, no fear. If you no fear, I'm a beg waka go. Mr. Truth9ja no get your time. We dey talk am raw, we dey talk am prime. If you fear truth, oh yeah, sit down yeah. Now the hand don't start to make it clear. To all my people where they watch, I hello now. Now the real gist when they drop, no drama. Truth9ja don't come again. Truth9ja don't come again.
Wahala dey, wahala for APC government. Them things that we know they see on. It go soon go round. Waiting go around, go surely come around. Wahala for APC government.
He go come back home.
Wahala for them greedy men.
He go reach them house.
If you live for glass house, no they trust oh.
Now truth we talk.
Tinubu talk for 2014. Say Jonathan lazy man, saying they sleep when jihadis they buy Christian. Now we don't turn our hometown. Trump done they want them, say stop the pain. Now who incompetent? No. Now who no fit govern? No. APC don't turn our life to survival exam. Do a holla for APC government.
Wahala for APC government. Them things say we know they see am. It go soon go round. Waiting go around, go surely come around. Wahala for APC government.
He go come back home.
Wahala for them greedy men.
He go reach them house.
If you live for glass house, no they trust oh.
Now truth we talk.
Tinubu talk for 2-3-40. Say Jonathan lazy man. Say they sleep when jihadists they buy Christian. Now we don't turn a mountain. Trump done the one and say stop the pine. Now who incompetent now? Now who no fit govern now? APC don't turn our life to survival exam. Wahala for APC government.
They no sabi government.
Wahala for fake policy.
We dey suffer, them dey flex.
Now pepper we dey chop every day. Dollar don't climb, people know they pay rent again. Them say so video go help, but it just fight the poor. Then they introduce policy to pay us more. Canada for don't vex, label APC, PDP, terrorist name. Not through corruption, through pain. Them turn Naija to suffering game. My people, shine your eye. No be everything where shine the gold, though. If them promise you change, check the fine print. Cause the PC don't show us pepper. The hot past you. Wahala for APC government. Wahala for greedy men. If you live for glass house, no they throw stone. Na cycle of karma be this. APC chop, PDP chop. But one day.
Yes, welcome to Truth9ja, where we speak nothing but the truth.
Wahala don't too much.
No holds barred. We say it just the way it is. No sugarcoating, no playing around with words. We just say it the way it is. Because if we continue to lie to ourselves, the country will be heading towards doom. And that doom is what we must avoid with every fiber of our being. We cannot continue to deceive ourselves when things are going bad. I said this before in one of my previous video or live stream, or in one of my shows. I said the terrorism we are experiencing in Nigeria is being sponsored by the Northerners. They are making a lot of money from it. They are making this country. They are making this country through this channel. It's a means and a medium of survival for them. If you guys think what I'm saying is a joke, Donald Trump threatened that is going to not invade, that is coming after the terrorists. That the so-called Muslims in the north are now claiming that the terrorists are killing both the Christians and the Muslims. And now somebody said, I am coming in to finish those that are killing both the Christians and the Muslims, but the Muslims are the ones crying foul. It means that the Muslims in the north are the ones sponsoring these people. We should say things the way they are. We cannot continue to deceive ourselves in this country. Enough of this hypocrisy. Enough of this hypocrisy. Enough of it. We cannot continue this way. Every month, billions and billions are allocated to the north to fight insecurity. Who are those eating those monies? Tinubu is a failed president, no two ways about it. But one thing I can never take away from Tinubu is withholding money meant for some certain programs or projects. He has been paying consistently. He has not owed any state a dime. Now the question is this: who are those eating those money, squandering those monies that has been allocated to fight this terrorism in the north? And you can see how funny life is. The northerners, the northern Muslims are now crying or looking for someone to accuse. They are now accusing the Igbos. They are the ones sponsoring a terrorism in the north. And I laugh in French. I laugh in Swahili. You invite terrorists to your house. You feed them. You clothe them. You give them titles. Big titles. Give them big titles. And then you think you are doing the nation good. If this terrorism, if the Nigerian government and the Northerners wants to put an end to this terrorism in Nigeria, it will not take 3 months or 2 months for this people to be wiped out.
surely come around.
Our soldiers have proven time and time again to be very good in the battlefield. So what's different this time around? Why are they having difficulties to clear this terrorist? Why are they having difficulties? That's a $1 million question we should be asking ourselves. And today, my message is to Tinubu. Tinubu, you have failed in so many things, but at least there are things I can't take away from you. There are things you have done right. And I must praise you for those things that you have done right. I must say kudos to you for those things you have done right. Now it's time to show capacity. It's time to show strength as a president, as the chief of armed forces, and not chief of petroleum. I don't see the reason why you should be petroleum minister when your country is being ravaged by insecurity. It's time to put away that minister of petroleum and become minister of defense. That way, you will be able to operate properly the way you should. That is how it should be. Tinubu, it's time to put an end to this terrorism. It will be a disgrace to a country, to the most populous black nation in the country, in Africa and the whole world, for another country to come to their aid before some certain things are resolved. Things that we can handle by ourselves. It is very clear that the Nigerian military are also complicit in this thing, in this game, because they are making a lot of money from it, from the insecurity. It is very clear. But there's this question I keep asking myself. The Northerners are crying today. They are saying that it is not only Christians that are being killed, both Muslims are being killed. Why have you guys not been crying out? Why did all of a sudden you start crying? Because you heard that Donald Trump wants to come and eradicate these criminals, these terrorists terrorizing our country. I am a Southern. I won't say because where I am is peaceful. Then I will say that my country is okay. My country is not. I'm a proud Nigerian. And I have a stake in this country. My children and my children's children will grow up in this same country because they are Nigerians. And if the house is not put in order, I don't think there will be a country where my children will grow in. It is time we start telling people what they are supposed to hear. And what are those things? The North should wake up because they are the ones setting this country backward. The Northern Nigerians are the ones setting this country backward. I have more than a million things to put on the table, more than a million things to say concerning the North setting this country backward. It comes to education, they are the most uneducated in the country. Yet they feel entitled as if Nigeria is owing them a lot of money, as if Nigeria is owing them something, and they're refusing to pay. If we cannot tell these people the truth, they will be taking us for granted. They will take us for granted. I am not here to sugarcoat or play with words. I am here to say things the way they are. I'm not here to play with words. The North are the backbone of the terrorism in Nigeria. If the Northern Nigeria wants to put an end to it, they will. But because they've turned it to an investment that gives them a lot of money, they are refusing to stop it. It's in this country we heard that the northern politicians and the northern government how they party with these same terrorists, where they came to discuss and negotiate, brandishing all sorts of weapons. And our military were also there watching them come in and go without arresting them. Tinubu, you have wasted 2 years, but this remaining few years you have, I want you to make good use of it. Let your name enter that golden book that Tinubu was the one that ended insecurity in this country. Tinubu was the one that ended terrorism in this country. Tinubu, stop allocating those huge amount of money to these people. They should give us account of the ones that has been allocated for this same project. They should come give us count of how much they've spent, how they use this money, and who is giving these people information, who is leaking the information of our military. It's so painful to see terrorists killing our own military men. It's unacceptable. A good president should not sit and watch his citizens being killed, be it a policeman, be it a military man, whoever, be it a Muslim or a Christian. I have brothers that are Muslims. I also have brothers that are Christian. I also have brothers that are pagan. I won't say they are no longer my brothers because of the faith they professed. So anything that happens to them happens to me. So Tinubu, it's time you wake up and do the needful. People should start being punished for their failures. You cannot be given a job to do and you fail in your job and then you go home and then you are told just to go home. You go home and enjoy the money that you have looted in the expense of people's life. No to it. One thing I love you, Mr. Tinubu or Mr. President, is you are not the kind of person people can play around with. You know what you want to do. And anything you want to do, nobody tells you, nobody convinces you not to do that thing that you want to do. So if you make up your mind today that terrorism will end in Nigeria, it will end. It will end. So, Mr. Tinubu, you have failed in the economy, you have failed in other things. Don't fail in this insecurity. If you are able to win this insecurity, if you are able to overcome this insecurity, it will override all your failures. Nigerians will forget all your failures and start singing your praises. And start singing your praises. That is who we are in Nigeria. Because no matter the policies you dish out today, no matter how painful it is, no matter how you shield those looting the country, raping the country, but if we have an enabling environment, a peaceful environment for businesses to thrive, Nigerians will not remember those bad policies. That is who we are. We are very good at putting things behind us and moving forward. That is what we are known for. So, Mr. Tinubu, Mr. President, you are not the father of the country. You are not the father of your household alone. You are not the father of Sheyi alone. Sheyi can be your biological son. But as far as you are the president of Nigeria, we are all your children. And it will be very, very bad that the father will sit and watch his children being killed. And the father will not handle his responsibilities well. He will wait for an outsider to come and tell him what to do before he does or do those things that he's supposed to do. I am not a fan of America coming into Nigeria. But if Tinubu, if you fail, then they should come. If you fail, life matters more than those resources you guys are claiming that Americans are coming to steal. After all, who has benefited from those resources? Who are those benefiting from those resources? Those things we are scared of saying, it's time we start saying them. It's time we start questioning these people. It's time we start enacting laws to checkmate most of these things. The North cannot continue to be a liability to this country, yet be the region setting this country backward. I was discussing with a friend a few days ago, and he was saying we're discussing about those things that the North needs to progress. As we were talking, something came up, and the guy said that the North will need a seaport, but just that. And I told him that the Southeast also needs a seaport. He said the Southeast is landlocked. And I asked him a question. Between the Southeast and the North, which is landlocked? The Southeast is just about 17 nautical miles to the sea. Is the North close to the sea? Yet, if the people want to talk, they also come out and make noise and talk. It is time we start saying those things those things that we are supposed to be saying. This is not a time of sweet talks. This is not a time of sugarcoating, singing praises of failed leaders. This is not the time. This is a time for action. It's time for action. So, Mr. President, Mr. Tinubu, please, it's time to do the needful. It's time to do the needful. Yeah, my brothers and sisters, the North cries out. The North cries out. No genocide against Christians. Muslims died too. But the question is, why now? Why the sudden tears? Why the desperate search for a tribe to be blamed? Pointing fingers at Igbos as if they baited this terror. We know the truth. Bandits roam free, protected by silence and complicity. Sheikh Gumi is walking free. Sheikh Gumi is this terrorist patron, is their leader. We all know it. We all know it. Yet, what is the government doing about it? Tinubu, the first person you should be arresting is Sheikh Gumi. That's the first person you should be arresting. Sheikh Gumi should be the first person you should be arresting today. Because he's a sympathizer and a patron of this terrorist. He's a sympathizer. And we cannot deceive ourselves. It's a truth. Start by arresting Sheikh Gumi first. Then we'll know that you are in action. Start by arresting him. When you arrest him, we know that our problem is 85% solved. He knows where they are. If Sheikh Gumi is scrutinized, he will spill the truth. He will spill the truth. Bandits roam free, protected by silence. To be honest, the North loves these terrorists. They even honor them with titles. Enough of this northern hypocrisy. Tinubu, please rise up. Confront these northern terrorists and their sympathizers. Their sympathizers should also be arrested. Anybody that says anything in support of these terrorists should also be arrested and jailed. If they weren't being unalive, they should also be unalive because they are the ones giving these people this audacity to kill our brothers and sisters in the North. We have productive northerners, but the lazy ones are too much. And Tinubu, it's time to give appointments to those that merit it. Enough of this, how do I put it? As if the northerners are the first class citizens of this country. Something that, a position that a northerner an uneducated northerner, an appointment that will be given to an uneducated northerner, an educated southerner will struggle for years, he will not get it. Enough of that. If you know you don't have anything to offer to the people, please stay clear our government and allow the government appoint those that means well for the country. These are the problems Nigerians are facing. Giving appointments to people that know nothing, that does not have the qualification to even teach in a primary school, are given huge positions. I don't see why a country will be giving appointment to those with questionable character. In this same country, a minister was accused, who was also a former governor of a northern state, was accused of working with this terrorist, yet he is given a very juicy appointment in the country. So, it is time Nigerians wake up and do the right thing. Mr. Tinubu, do not listen to these northerners. If you want this issue to be resolved, those people in the south will be the better people to handle this issue. Because the northerners are sympathizers of these people. They are the ones that brought them into this country. And they are the ones using them to perpetrate these crimes against Nigerians in the north. If you want this issue to be resolved, put in only southerners to tackle this issue. When my dad was in the army, there's something he told me. He said that when something is happening in the southeast, the soldiers sent to the southeast are not soldiers from that southeast. The soldiers sent are soldiers from the north that has no brothers and sisters in that place. When they come, they deal with those criminals ruthlessly. When I was in Benue State, there was this crisis in Zakibia, and soldiers were sent from Kaduna and far north to come and handle this issue. And when they came, what happened? That issue was taken care of. But it's very clear that these northerners, these northern elites, are the ones siding with these criminals, with these terrorists. Are the ones siding with these terrorists. Therefore, fighting them will be a bit difficult. And what will be the simple solution to this? Take people from the southwest. Take the military men from the southwest, the ones from the southeast, and the ones from the south to go and handle that issue. And I can guarantee you, within 1 month, these terrorists will be cleared out of this country. They will be cleared. They'll be cleared. APC will not hate you. Me personally, I don't hate you. But the reason why I hate APC is because the former president Muhammadu Buhari was a monumental failure. He failed Nigerians completely. He sent us backward. And now Tinubu is struggling to bring us forward, though he's also working with people that don't understand governance. He's working with Lagos boys. Nigeria is not Lagos. Nigeria is Nigeria. Tinubu, if you want your government to be remembered as a good government, it's not keep putting those that will be telling you how to tax people, how to tax people's blood or tax the air people breathe. It's time you sack these people and put in people that will tell you what you need to hear. It's time you tell you take these people out of your government and see if your government will not be a good one, will not be a government that will be praised anywhere in the world. Let's just sit down for it. Let's just sit down and calculate how much Nigeria has spent on this insecurity since 2015 till date. How many trillion has gone down the drain? Can anyone sit down? Can anyone give us this figure? We want to know. That's the reason why. That's the reason why they will not want this insecurity to end in the north, because they are making a lot of money from it. Tinubu, it's time to take action. Whether we like it or not, you are president, and there's nothing we can do about it. Irrespective of how you came into power, there's nothing we can do about it. You are president, you are president. We cannot deceive ourselves. Definitely, you will have people that don't like you and people that like you. Me, I'm one of those that don't like you. But that doesn't mean that I don't want you to do well. I don't want you to be successful. I can't lie to myself. I can't lie to myself. I am one of those that don't like you, don't like your policies. But you are my president now, and I must respect that office. Whatever decision you take affects me, affects those that voted you and those that did not vote you. It's time to start taking decisions that will benefit everybody in the country. And the first step is to curb this insecurity in the north. Our brothers and sisters are killed in the north. Our brothers and sisters are killed in Kwara. Kwara, that was a peaceful state, is now a state where bandits, terrorists are now attacking. Recently, there is this new terrorist that just came in now. And they were taking credit, saying that they are the ones that did enough of this. These people are not bigger than our military. They are too small to face our military. And Mr. President, those people that advised the former president to rehabilitate the arrested terrorists and then giving appointments or reintegrated or enrolled into our military should be arrested. And all those terrorists that were arrested and enrolled into the military, all should be called back, because they are the ones sabotaging the efforts of our military. They are the informants in our military. That's the reason why our military will take a decision. We are going to this place to go and handle it, to go and clear these people. Before they will go 2-3 kilometers, they will be ambushed and killed. Who is giving them this information? Who is giving these terrorists this information? If not those people, those so-called repentant terrorists that were enrolled into the military. If not them, who is giving these people this information? I was watching some videos of Northerners protesting. Donald Trump don't come. Donald Trump don't come. You could protest Donald Trump don't come, but you could not protest to put an end, for the government to put an end to the insecurity in the north. You guys want us to take it as a normal thing, while our government will be wasting money that is supposed to be used for other projects, be wasting it in insecurity. And then we should be clapping hands for you people. You guys in the north are hypocrites. You guys in the north are hypocrites. Enough of this madness. Enough of this madness. We can no longer take it. We will no longer take it. I am happy that even Adeboye is now speaking. He has been quiet for how many years? Adeboye, Papa Adeboye, sorry for calling your name. You are my papa. And I love you. I respect you. But we have to say the truth. We have to say the truth. You are one of those that protested against Jonathan. You protested against him just because he moved fuel from, is it 70 something or 80 something naira to 90 something naira. You said no, it's unacceptable. You preached about it. You protested about it. You protested against it. APC came into power. You kept mute. Buhari introduced all sorts of anti-people's policies, all sorts of evil policies. Our brothers, our sisters have been killed in the north. Be it Hausa, be it even Fulani themselves, have been killed in the north. Our Canary brothers have been killed in the north. You kept quiet. You never said anything. Meaningfully that your word is power. You never said anything. You kept quiet. But Tinubu came into power and introduced policies that people died. I have seen people died of hunger. I'm not saying what somebody told me. I am seeing things that I have seen with my own eyes. So many families that could no longer feed themselves because of Tinubu's policy. You kept quiet. Fuel moved from 200 or 250 to 1,000 something naira. You said nothing. It took Donald Trump threat for you to start talking. That is bigotry, Papa. That is bigotry. And I ask myself this question. If Tinubu was from another tribe, would you have kept quiet all this while? The answer is no. What have you said concerning the killings of Christians in the Middle Belt? And nobody should deceive himself or herself that there are no killing of Christians in Nigeria. There is massacre of Christians in Nigeria. Because the first question you should be asking yourself is this. Those doing all these killings, which faith do they profess? Christian or Muslim? Are they Christians? They are Muslims. Who are their sympathizers? Muslims in the north are their sympathizers. Who owns the communities that these people are killing? Who owns the communities or the villages that these people are committing this genocide? Christian villages ransacked, and then they will come and live there. If you go to some of these communities today in Benue State, these Fulani terrorists are the ones living there, and the government is aware, yet is doing nothing about it. Tinubu, do not have power to vote you in second term. The North alone cannot give you second term. That is a fact. The North needs the South to become president. Just the way the South needs the North to become president. That is how it is. That is how it works. If you think it's a joke, ask Buhari and his team. Let them tell you. Buhari has contested for how many years? Did he succeed? The answer is no.
Them things say we know they see him.
The answer is no. He never succeeded. Why? Because the South refused to vote him in. It took you, Mr. Tinubu, to support him. If you hadn't given him that support, he would have become the president of Nigeria. It's time we start telling ourselves the truth. No region is greater than any other region in this country. We are all stakeholders in this country, and nobody loves this country more than any other region. Every region loves this country. Though we still have some elements that hate the country, that don't want the country to progress. But Tinubu, you are now the one with the magic pen. You are now the one with the magic pen. Everything now rests on your shoulders. It is time to take action. Rechannel your government to the right path. We cannot continue to deceive ourselves.
They promised us change,
But they brought chains, they came with brooms, but swept away our hope. Now the streets whisper their name. APC, all political coven. God, help your children. APC, now then we know, came with big grammar. Put the country low, hunger as weapon, suffering as tool. We they cry while them they rule. Jagaban on top the throne, but my people they suffer alone. Tinubu they smile for press parade, but not tears full the masquerade. My heart go out to freedom fighters. Then we die so we feel all lighters. Then we march with blood on shoe. Now this be the dream we they suffer through. Our political coven, now them day. Promise us heaven, believe our pain. Judiciary join broom clean nothing. National Assembly na full-time outing. They kill dreams with a fancy pen. New border soldiers in the jungle then. This democracy don't turn to scam, but Naija go rise, we no go jam. National Assembly, what a shame. Empty seats, full pockets, who to blame? Akpabia with disgrace to the red chair. Senate don't turn to fashion fair. The judges they wear white robe, but the black inside na dark as globe. Judiciary now they kiss ring, no longer the voice of the suffering. Hope where the inside cut the rot. The common man no get any slot. Justice for sale, now who get cash? Others they wait, make them burn to ash. We watch them build mansions on broken promises. We watch them dance while mothers cry for rice. A country so rich in spirit, but held hostage by political bandits. And yet, we never break. Our political coven, are them there. Promise us heaven, believe our pain. Judiciary join broom clean nothing.
Yeah, sorry for that break. You know, we are in Nigeria where the power is not always reliable. The power is seized at any time. Even if you pay for it, you can't still enjoy it. As the country will find ourselves, yes, they still want to tax the hell out of us. Okay, as I was saying before, the North remains Nigeria's biggest obstacle to growth. Why I point uneducated Northerners and then over-scrutinize Southerners for the same roles in this country. Northerners are the major problems we have in this country. They not always get priorities, while more qualified citizens are ignored. How can a nation progress when competence is replaced by connections? Nigeria is collapsing under this injustice. Appointments must be based on merit, not tribal ties or favoritism. Enough of rewarding incompetence. If this continues, the country is heading straight for doom. The country is heading straight for doom. There's no two ways about it. It is time to start giving appointment, irrespective of where you are from. Whether you are from the southwest, whether you are from the southwest, or you are from the north, or you are from the south, any region you are from, as far as you have something to offer the country, something that can make the country grow, you should be given that opportunity. I must not know one senator. I must not know one ambassador. I must not know one governor before I've been given the chance to serve in my country. The very day we put that aside, that will be the day Nigeria starts seeing the light of the day. Who has set Nigeria backward? Look at our National Assembly, a shameless National Assembly, a National Assembly A National Assembly that believes in shouting yeas and nays, making noise and disturbing the whole country with yeas and nays. They think by shouting yeas and nays is progress. Disgracing themselves on the national TV. That's the kind of National Assembly we have in Nigeria. How can the country grow with such people? Who votes these people into power in this first place? People that believe that shouting yeas and nays in the National Assembly is for the benefit of Nigeria. The funny part of it is that when a motion is moved and maybe the speaker or the Senate president says those against say nay, aye, those against say nay, even if the nays voices are louder, the president, the Senate, the presidency, either the president or the speaker still overrides them. What kind of country is that? It's time we put this yea and nay aside and start voting for every motion moved in the house. You should be voting and not shouting yeas and nay. One man will not take the decision for everybody. Because whatever decision they take in that house affects me and you. It is time we start talking to these people. We start calling these people out. It's time for change. Because if we continue with this trajectory, Nigeria is heading for doom. We will give outsiders the chance to come and do to us whatever they want to do to us. Because if you can't put your house in order, then an outsider will take charge. That is how life is. So Tinubu, we will start from you. Sack those you know that are not giving you the right information and bring in people that are patriotic, people that want the growth of this country to tell you what you need to do concerning this insecurity. That man from the north, that man that was given Minister of Defense, that man should be sacked. Any man with questionable character should not smell any position in our government. It's under this government we have seen all sorts of certificate forgers. Why those with risk certificates are not given the opportunities? Those who force certificates are the ones being given opportunity to hold key positions. You can imagine this man from Enugu State that forged the certificate that was given Minister for Technology. Tell me, what kind of technology can such a person introduce to this country? Mr. President, stop giving appointments to people you think you owe. You don't owe anybody the growth of this country. It's a mandate that the country has given to you. And it's your duty to make sure that that mandate is actualized. You cannot actualize this mandate with these people, with these stomach infrastructure people around you, with these people that wants the progress of their stomach and their immediate family members. With them, there is no progress. There's no progress. It's time we start cleaning house. The moment you put the federal government, the moment you put your house in order, the other sectors will start changing immediately because they now know that you are a no-nonsense man. Stop campaigning for 2027. Tackle this issue. 2027 will campaign itself. If you do good things, even those that did not vote for you will vote for you this time around. If you do the right thing. Therefore, now you have failed. You have failed. And for you to come back,
They promised us change.
for people to speak good about you, you need to start these changes now.
They came with brooms.
You need to start these changes now.
Now the streets whisper their name.
So, what are those changes you need to start? People need to go in for it. No mercy for anybody. We shouldn't run a country where a politician will loot hundreds of billions of naira, hundreds of millions of naira, and then he will be invited, or she'll be invited by the EFCC, and the EFCC will say, okay, since you have stolen 100 billion, bring 100 million and take the rest. No, that's not the kind of country we need right now. We need a kind of country that if you steal and you are arrested by the EFCC, you go to life imprisonment. That way, it will be a deterrent to others from looting. You cannot let go or free a politician that has looted, that has raped the country. You let him go, and then a boy from the street steals just one chicken, and then a boy is sent to jail. So if the government will let go of criminal politicians, maybe ask to bring 1% of what they stole, then the guy that stole this chicken should also be asked to bring a lap of the chicken, and then they will let him go. What is good for the goose is also good for the ganders. This gap between the leadership of the country and the people is too much. It's time for this to be checked. It's time for these things to be checked. I cannot sing your praises when you are failing. I won't say because I did not vote for you 2023. Doesn't mean that if you do the right thing, I won't tell the whole world that, Mr. President is doing the right thing. Because the moment you were declared winner, campaign was over immediately. Campaign was over. It's time to work. How do you convince me to vote you in this upcoming election in 2027 when you are disappointing us?
God, arise for your children. Deliver us from these criminals.
Anybody in your government that has been accused of one terrorist act or one criminal act or the other, don't say because he worked for me. Because whatever they do, whatever bad thing they do, it's you, the president, that will be blamed. Any of them that has been pointed and that people have pointed their fingers at should be investigated immediately. The person should leave his office and should be investigated immediately. That is the only way our country can grow to be the America, the Singapore, the Chinese, the China, and these first world countries. We cannot continue to be a third world country forever. Tinubu, if you can take us from this third world country to the first world country, your name will be written with a golden pen. Your name will be written in a golden pen. I was studying the history of Singapore. How one leader came out, took a decision, stood by the decision, worked on that decision, and today Singapore is a first world country. Tinubu can do it. You have the capacity to do it. Do it. They can only do that if you remove all these your Lagos boys. Nigeria is not Lagos. Continue to keep these Lagos boys around you. You are going nowhere. We know you have the power to fire and hire. But at least stop recycling failure. Our Inspector General of Police is a failure. He has failed. It's under this regime that we have seen the promotion of girlfriends. People that were recruited into police within 1 year, 2 years are given appointments. And those that have been there for 20 years remains in that same position. Yet you still kept him because he's your tribesman. That's bigotry. Our Custom Controller General is supposed to resign. He's supposed to retire by now. And the next person in his line is someone from the Southeast. Maybe because you don't want someone from Southeast to take that position, you are allowing this person to go. It is not right. It's time to allow institutions to work. Because the more you keep frustrating institutions from working, the more will continue to fail. Because Nigeria is a failed country. There's still hope for you to salvage what is left of your government. Because your government is a failure.
Them things that we know they see on.
Start by curbing this insecurity. Start by curbing this insecurity. If you have done that successfully, then heads must roll. Those that have been collecting these billions allocated for fight against this terrorism must account for what they use that money for. Must account for our fallen heroes, for our brothers and sisters in the military that are no more, and their families well compensated. That is the only way. That is the morale the military will have to work well. Not our heroes died. They just died for nothing. They will die and then their families will struggle to access their pension or their gratuity. It is time for institutions to start working. It is time we have a country where there is no big man and there is no poor man. It is time we have a country where the law is not meant for only the poor, where the law is meant for both the rich and the poor. And it's also time to put the judiciary in order, because this judiciary we have in Nigeria are businessmen. Nigerian judiciary is the worst in the whole world. A judiciary where the richest man, the man with deep pockets, always wins. Even if the evidence is very clear that he is the oppressor or he is the one at fault, he will still win because he has deep pocket. It is time we put an end to this. It is time we start dealing with these our judges as well, because they are criminals. If you call criminal a criminal, it's time for us to put an end to this nonsense happening in this country. But first, put the executive in order. After putting that in order, you go to our judiciary. All these judges today, all of them needs to be sacked. All of them needs to be removed because they are all complicit. They all have one questionable character or the other. We cannot have a judiciary that will twist our laws to favor the man with deep pockets. It's also time to digitalize our courts, because we cannot be here, because we won't know what is happening in Borno State. If I was watching one interview where somebody, one man from the TV said that, is it in Borno or Bauchi? I've forgotten the state, where the only Christian House of Representative member was suspended for saying no. Don't move the office. Is it the office of the state, local government, or whatever, to another region, because she opposed. She was suspended, and the state court ruled in the favor of the House of Representatives. That is against our constitution. The lady has been out of power for how many years? For almost 3 years. It's just 2 months ago that an appeal court ruled in her favor. Governors should no longer have power to decide what happens in our state judiciaries, because they use them to fight their personal battles. If we don't do these things, Nigeria is going nowhere. Nigeria is going nowhere. What will it cost Nigeria to become a first world country?
They promised us change, but they brought chains. They came with brooms, but swept away our hope. Now the streets whisper their name. APC, all political coven. God, help your children. APC, now then we know, came with big grammar. Put the country low, hunger as weapon, suffering as tool. We they cry while them they rule. Jagaban on top the throne, but my people they suffer alone. Tinubu they smile for press parade, but not tears full the masquerade. My heart go out to freedom fighters. Then we die so we feel all lighters. Then we march with blood on shoe. Now this be the dream we they suffer through. Our political coven, now them day. Promise us heaven, deliver pain. Judiciary join broom clean nothing. National Assembly now full-time working. They kill dreams with a fancy pen. New border soldiers in the jungle then. This democracy don't turn to scam, but Naija go rise, we no go jam. National Assembly, what a shame. Empty seats, full pockets, who to blame? Akpabia with disgrace to the red chair. Senate don't turn to fashion fair. The judges they wear white robe, but the black inside na dark as globe. Judiciary now they kiss ring, no longer the voice of the suffering. Hope where the inside cut the rot. The common man no get any slot. Justice for sale, now who get cash? Others they wait, make them burn to ash. We watch them build mansions on broken promises. We watch them dance while mothers cry for rice. A country so rich in spirit, but held hostage by political bandits. And yet, we never break. All political coven are them there. Promise us heaven, believe our pain. Judiciary join broom clean nothing. National Assembly na full-time working. They kill dreams with a fancy pen. Kill border soldiers in the jungle then. This democracy don't turn to scam, but Naija go rise, we no go jam.
Yes, sorry for that break.
God arise for your children. Deliver us.
Someone called me and I was asking me what is my opinion. What's my opinion on politicians who failed, who promised and failed? And this is my take. This is my take. My take is simple. It's time Nigeria enacts a law that criminalizes failed promises from politicians. Every leader campaigns with big words and fake manifesto, yet after elections, they vanish from their promise. This must end. If a politician fails to deliver what they promised, they should be stripped off their office. No more lies, no more excuses. Punishment for crime serves as a deterrent, and breaking promises to the people is a crime against the nation. Let's hold leaders accountable for their words. Only then will Nigeria truly move forward. If you are watching me, that's my take on that, on promise. Enough of leaders promising us, and then when they get to that place, they start misbehaving. Enough of it. Cannot continue that way. So, Mr. Tinubu, I am still Mr. President, our father. I'm still telling you, everything is in your court. Everything is in your court. If you say you want the country to be a good place, if you say you want to live with good name, because nobody is saying anything good about Buhari today, because Buhari is a total failure. Everybody knows that Buhari is a failure. Buhari was a disaster. And the reason why most of us don't like you, Tinubu, is because you were instrumental in bringing in Buhari. You even flew in to US with Buhari to go and meet Obama and tell him that you need help, that, what's it called? What's his name? That Jonathan has failed. Even one of your persons said it. I can play the video. He acknowledged that what Jonathan was doing was the right thing, but they decided to frustrate Jonathan. So it's very clear that they know what they were doing. So I'm going to play it now. Let's just listen and then we'll come back.
Nigerians don't even want to be, they don't want government in their life, if you like. So if we can solve the existential challenge of electricity, for example, the hairdresser, the canoe man who wants his boat engine to function well, the street trader, they will thrive without government coming into their lives and micromanaging their lives, because Nigerians really don't want that. So, making Nigerian work, in my humble opinion, also means asking ourselves, how do we build a consensus around the notion of Nigeria that is acceptable to all of us? We cannot get into the developmental challenge fully unless we understand who we are and where we want to go. And that is why it's a complementary issue. Yes, we must answer the developmental challenge. We must put the feet of those we have elected into office to fire. But we also must understand what it is that we want to do as a country, what it means to be who we are, and the nature of even the government we want to run. One of the things I saw this morning on my way here was a cable news interview with our former president, President Olusegun Obasanjo, where he was saying that he's come to the conclusion that the liberal democracy as we have practiced it is no longer working for Africans, and we need to revisit it. He didn't quite say that he has an answer. They asked him, so what's your solution? He said, I don't know. But we need to begin to interrogate this liberal democracy. And I agree with him. If we must move from political alternatives, and we have political alternatives all the time. If we're not happy with PDP, we go to APC. If we're not happy with APC, we go to Labour, NMPP. I think we are almost at a dead end on that. We need alternative politics rather than political alternatives. And my own notion of alternative politics that can lead us to building a better consensus around progress is that you cannot have 37% of the vote and take 100% of the spoils. It is not going to work. It's not going to help build consensus. It's time that we as a country begin to look in the direction of what is generally known as proportional representation, so that the party declared to have won 21% of the vote also has 21% of the government. That way, we will all see ourselves as critical stakeholders, because we know what adversarial politics breeds. Adversarial politics always breeds division and enmity. Even when what President Jonathan is doing, which 10 or so years after, all the political parties in this country agreed with. They even put it in their manifesto. Subsidy must be removed. Subsidy must be removed. Subsidy must be removed. We in ACN at the time we in ACN at the time in 2012, we know the truth, sir. But it is all politics. And that is why we must ensure that everybody is a critical stakeholder by stopping this winner-takes-all electoral approach and embrace consent.
You can hear him saying that they knew that what Jonathan was doing was the right thing, but they decided to play politics. The question I want to ask us is this: must we play politics with people's lives? This is the reason why we are suffering insecurity today, because this thing they did gave birth to this insecurity we are suffering in Nigeria today. This gave birth to insecurity we are suffering today. These same people said that Jonathan was ruling the government. Jonathan was a drunkard. Tinubu himself said that Jonathan was a drunkard. They even went to US and told Obama, who is anti-progress, that Jonathan was killing Christians. Today, they don't want to say that the terrorists are killing Christians. They are saying they are killing everybody. Why is it that APC government loves putting blame on something? They can't own their own. They can't own up to their actions, to their mistakes. Whenever they make mistakes, and they are very good at making this mistake back to back. They keep making these mistakes back to back. Yet, they can't come out for once and say, we have made mistakes here, I want to correct it. But they will always look for someone to accuse. They will always look for someone to accuse. That's how bad the APC has turned this country into. They gave birth to this terrorism that you are seeing today. Even an APC member even said that they were the one that brought this Fulani terrorists into this country. They said it, not me. They said it. That they brought them into Nigeria. The question is, why did they bring them into this Nigeria? Because they wanted to win the election by fire, by force. Now they've won the election. Why won't we have peace? Why won't we have peace? Why is this man still moving free, Mr. Kawo Baraje? How we brought in Fulani militias from Mali, Sierra Leone, Senegal, others to win 2015 election. That is Kawo Baraje. Is moving freely. That is why it's been difficult to tackle this insecurity, because they are the ones who brought them. But Tinubu, I don't know if you are part of those that brought these people into this country, but I will assume that you are not part of them, because you are not from the north, you are from the south. We from the south don't believe in killing each other. Yes, we'll have some criminals, yeah. We have some bad eggs, yeah, that's true. But we are not good at killing our brothers. We are not good at bringing outsiders to come and terrorize our own people. But the North are very good at doing that. And they did it. And they are suffering it today. So this is the first place, this is the first step to take. Arrest this man. Let him tell you how they brought in these people. What they did, how they brought in these people to this country. And where are they? And what are they still doing in this country? Timu, that's the first move. Even your vice president was accused of terrorism. Yet, because you want to become president, you still bring him into this government. What changed? He was a sympathizer of this terrorist. Him becoming our vice president today, has things changed? The answer is no. The answer is no. So, Tinubu, it's time you wake up and start arresting those that are frustrating your government. You are one of those that frustrated Jonathan's government. But at least you should be able to salvage your own government. Don't allow these people that don't want their region to develop to set us backward. Don't allow them to set us backward. Stop gagging people that are talking. If we were not talking, I don't think he would be in government house today. We spoke against Jonathan. I was among those that told Jonathan some of these things you were doing was not right. He never arrested anybody. Why have you turned your government into an autocratic government? How can your government grow when you are busy arresting people that tell you the truth? So you want us to be telling you lies every day. We will lie to you. You will praise us and give us money. I was in a program and somebody told me that those things I want to say, I shouldn't say that they will give me something. I said, how much do you think you're going to give to me? I'm not the kind of person you will come and bribe. I always say what is in my mind because I want the country to work. So I'm not blaming you, Tinubu, for this insecurity. I won't blame you, but I used to blame you then because you and your team were those that brought them into this country. But it's time to send your visitors, those you invited, it's time to send them back to the land beyond or send them back to their country. You no longer want them. They've exhausted their welcome in Nigeria. They should go back and allow us have peace so that we can channel that money, all those money wasted in battling terrorism into other things that will benefit Nigerians. Enough is enough. Tinubu, you hold the guns. It's left for you to shoot. And shoot those that you are supposed to shoot. And then check in-house. Those people are advising you. Is their advice working for you? Is their advice working? What they are telling you, is it the right thing? It's time to evaluate. It's time to check. Those that are giving you bad advices, it's time to sack them and bring in people that will tell you the truth. Like I said before, start by cleaning your own house first. Clean your house. Then we face the judiciary. The judiciary must come back to its previous glory. Not a judiciary of criminality. Not the judiciary where the man with a deep pocket wins the case, even if he's wrong, even if he's the one at fault. It's also time for Egbetokun to go. He has overstayed his welcome as Inspector General of Police. I don't see anything positive that he has introduced. I don't see anything that he has done for the progress and the welfare of police men and women. Yet, you still kept him because he's the Lagos boy. Enough, Mr. President. I said enough. Enough. Enough of this madness.
But behind the smiles were fangs unseen. Said they came to save the land, but now we bleed not by sword, but by hand. ABC, what does it mean? Our promises canceled, that's what we've seen. It came with change, but it came with chains. Now we cry out loud from hunger pains. They sit in towers made of gold, while the streets are filled with stories untold. Poverty dancing in the market square. No food to eat, just dust in the air. Call them what they are, a political carbon, sucking our blood while the country is burning. Truth is buried, justice is sold. Nigeria's heart is bitter and cold. All political carbon wearing sheepskin, but under the robe is the devil's grin. Enough is enough, we're taking a stand. This is a cry for our stolen land. They say they fight corruption while alive, while their pockets grow fat and the people die. Fuel price high, yet they fly jets, while the poor man drowns in unpaid debts. No jobs, no light, no hope in sight, yet they throw parties deep in the night. They plant their seeds in tribal hate, and now they're dining off our fate. Call them what they are, our political carbon, sucking our blood while the country is burning. Truth is buried, justice is sold. Nigeria's heart is bitter and cold. All political carbon wearing sheepskin, but under the robe is the devil's grin. Enough is enough, we're taking a stand. This is a cry for our stolen land. No more silence, no more fear. We want justice, make it clear. We won't bow, we won't break. We rise for Naija, no mistake. This is not just a song, it's a statement. Not just lyrics, it's a lament. From the ashes we will rise. Naija will not be hypnotized. Political carbon, wearing sheepskin, but under the robe is the devil's grin. Enough is enough, we're taking a stand. This is our cry for our stolen land.
White behind the smiles were fangs unseen. Said they came to save the land, but now we bleed, not by sword, but by hand.
APC, what does it mean? All promises cancelled, that's what we've seen. They came with change, but it came with chains. Now we cry out loud from hunger pains. They sit in towers made of gold, while the streets are filled with stories untold. Poverty dancing in the market square, no food to eat, just dust in the air. Don't know what they are, all political coven, sucking our blood while the country is burning. Truth is buried, justice is sold. Nigeria's heart is bitter and cold. All political coven, wearing sheepskin, but under the robe is the devil's grin. Enough is enough, we're taking a stand. This is our cry for our stolen land. They said they fight corruption, what a lie. While their pockets grow fat and the people die. Fuel price high, yet they fly jets, while the poor man drowns in unpaid debts. No jobs, no lights, no hope in sight, yet they throw parties deep in the night. They plant their seeds in tribal hate, and now they're dining off our fate. Don't know what they are, all political coven, sucking our blood while the country is burning. Truth is buried, justice is sold. Nigeria's heart is bitter and cold. All political coven, wearing sheepskin, but under the robe is the devil's grin. Enough is enough, we're taking a stand. This is our cry for our stolen land. No more silence, no more fear. We want justice, make it clear. We won't bow, we won't break. We rise for Naija, no mistake.
This is not just a song, it's a statement. Not just lyrics, it's a limit. From the ashes, we will rise. Naija will not be hypnotized.
What they are, all political covens. Them come with white and green. On our teeth then they hide for screen. Them toxin I change them bring. But now our blood we they use clean their sin. If you see what they mean, all promises cancelled, now what till we don't see. Them say change go land, but not chain we wear. Hunger they knock, but nobody they hear. They did for balance, they chop jollof. While we they hustle, life they rough. No lights, no work, no rights to buy. But in the flex, they pop champagne for sky. Call them waiting, them be all political government. Then they suck our blood while the country they rotten. Truth don't die, justice don't fade. 9ja hearts don't turn to blade. All political government, wear sheep clothes. But inside now vampire blood, them chop. We don't tire, we don't vest. This na shout for our country, we don't wreck. Them say corruption go die, now wash. Their own thief, not international class. Fuel go up, them still they fly. Poor man they cry, them know they try. No job, no light, future no sure. But then they throw party, they shout we pure. Them use tribes scatter the ground. Now then they laugh while we they drown. All them waiting, them be all political government. Then they suck our blood while the country really rotten. Truth don't die, justice don't fade. 9ja hearts don't turn to play. All political government, wear sheep clothes. But inside the vampire blood, them chop. We don't tire, we don't vest. This na shout for our country, we don't wreck. No more keep quiet, no more fear. We need justice, make them hear. We no go bend, we no go break. 9ja must rise, we day awake. No be song be this, now warning. No be beat, now I'm warning. From this wahala we go rise. 9ja brain no go they hypnotize. They promised us change, but they brought chains. They came with brooms, but swept away our hope. Now the streets whisper their name. APC, all political coven. God, help your children. APC, now then we know, came with big grammar. Put the country low, hunger as weapon, suffering as tool. We they cry while them they rule. Jagaban on top the throne, but my people they suffer alone. Tinubu they smile for press parade, but not tears full the masquerade. My heart go out to freedom fighters. Then we die so we feel all lighters. Then we march with blood on shoe. Now this be the dream we they suffer through. Our political coven na them day. Promise us heaven, believe our pain. Judiciary join broom clean nothing. National Assembly na full-time working. They kill dreams with a fancy pen. Kill border soldiers in the jungle then. This democracy don't turn to scam. But 9ja go rise, we no go jam. National Assembly, what a shame. Empty seats, full pockets, who to blame? Akpabia with disgrace to the red chair. Senate don't turn to fashion fair. The judges they wear white robe, but the black inside na dark as globe. Judiciary now they kiss ring, no longer the voice of the suffering. Hope where the inside cut the rot. The common man no get any slot. Justice for sale, now who get cash? Others they wait, make them burn to ash. We watch them build mansions on broken promises. We watch them dance while mothers cry for rice. A country so rich in spirit, but held hostage by political bandits. And yet, we never break. All political coven are them there. Promise us heaven, believe our pain. Judiciary join broom clean nothing. National Assembly na full-time working. They kill dreams with a fancy pen. Kill border soldiers in the jungle then. This democracy don't turn to scam. But 9ja go rise, we no go jam. God arise for your children. Deliver us from these criminals in office. Let the chains break. truth speak. Let 9ja rise from this grave. Amen.
APC, not them we know. King with big karma, put the country low. Hunger as weapon, suffering as tool. We they cry while then they rule. Jaga ban on top the throne. But my people they suffer alone. Tinubu they smile for press parade, but not tears for the masquerade. My heart go out to freedom fighters. Then we die so we feet hold lighters. Then we march with blood on shoe. Like this be the dream we dey suffer through. Oh, political government, not then the rate. Promise us heaven, deliver pain. Judiciary join brew. Clean nothing, National Assembly, no food table. They kill dreams with a fancy pen. Killed more than soldiers in the jungle then. This democracy don't talk to scam. But 9ja go rise, it don't go jam. National Assembly, what a shame. Empty seats, full pockets, who to blame? Akpabio disgrace to the red chair. Senate don't on the fashion fair. The judges, they wear white robe, but the black inside na dark as glow. Judiciary now they kiss ring, no longer the voice of the suffering. Hope with it inside court they rot. The common man don't get any slot. Justice for sale now, who get cash? Others the weeks meaning but ash.
We watch them build mansions from broken promises. We watch them dance while mothers cry for rice. A country so rich in spirit, but held hostage by political Bible. Yes, never free.
Oh, political government, not them the rate. Promise us heaven, deliver pain. Judiciary join brew, clean up.
To make suggestions. I will say quietly to our government. Move fast. Move diplomatically. Move wisely. Find a way to convince the President of America to please delay his actions for about 100 days. And then come home. And tell our security chiefs get rid of these terrorists within 90 days or resign, which would lead me to my next advice to our government. In case there's any of you who can get across to them, that when giving orders to the service chief this time round, we should make it clear to them that they are not only to eliminate the terrorists, they should eliminate their sponsors.
Papa have spoken. At last. He's been quiet for how many years now after the protest, and Nigerians have been dragging him. Why are Nigerians dragging him? They said He refused to talk. He protested against Jonathan and then walked towards the removal of Jonathan and they successfully removed him because Jonathan wanted to remove fuel subsidy. And if the subsidy was removed at that time, I believe Nigeria would have been better because we wouldn't have felt it that much. But today, the government decided to remove the subsidy. We are now buying fuel for 1,900 depending on your location. These are the things that gave birth to this terrorism. The government has terrorized the people so much that the people themselves are even tired. The government is busy destroying people's livelihood with their evil policies. And you think the country will be very sweet for all of you to enjoy. I heard Wike sometimes saying that, telling Shore that they should be very happy that we have a government that respects the rule of law. Can we say APC government respects the rule of law? Because I know how many court cases that APC has refused, how many court orders APC has refused to obey. They only obey the ones that favors them and reject the one that doesn't favor them. It's under APC I know that a government can reject court order. I never experienced it before. That is an act of terrorism. So the APC government themselves are terrorists with the way they are behaving. If you don't respect the laws that brought it into power, then you are a terrorist. They disobey these laws. And I ask myself a question. I say, this man is saying that Nigerians should be very happy that they have a leader that respects the rule of law, which all of us know that the APC government don't respect the rule of law. Then let's take, for instance, that Nigerians are the ones who have refused to respect the rule of law. How will this country look like? The country will be in chaos. And the question is this: if the whole country rise against these people, how many are they? How many are they? Can they withstand Nigerians? They will run away. Few persons are the ones deciding what happens to us. Whether we die or live, they don't care. As far as it favors them. As far as their stomach is filled and their family's stomach is also filled, they are okay. It is time to put an end to this type of government. Tinubu, it's time to clean your house. It's time to do the right thing. By then, you will know that nobody is against you. Nobody will be willing to fight you. Not working so hard, paying governors 250 billion to decamp to APC. With what you are doing, 2027 is the APC against the people. Because no matter the governors you push to your party, you intimidate your party, or you bribe to come into your party, it's people that will still come out and vote. Nigerians, it's time to hold INEC accountable. It's time to follow INEC bomber to bomber. They will not give us who didn't vote for 2027. But that is also the genesis of terrorism in this country. Because when you bring in people that didn't win election, they will do everything to make sure they compensate those that rig them into power. And by so doing, they deprive the masses of what is due to them. INEC, Amopitan, you have said so many beautiful things. It's time to put into practice. Not just by mere talks. Mahmoud Yakubu was a monumental failure, a disaster. What Mahmoud Yakubu did is a treasonable offense. Mahmoud is supposed to be sentenced to death or rot in jail for his act. But that is bygone. But one thing I'm 100% sure, he will not go unpunished for what he did in 2023. But this time around, that game they played with us, we will not allow the repeat of it. We will not allow it. So, Tinubu, stop chasing governors. Focus on governance. Focus on giving us security. Focus on giving us enabling environment for businesses to thrive. Focus on bringing manufacturing. focus on improving in our manufacturing sector and stop shopping for governors too, because these governors cannot deliver the states to you. They cannot. They only have one vote. They only have one vote. And they can only bribe few persons that Hungary has dealt with, because you guys are the ones that even introduced Hungary in the first place. You guys have weaponized the Hungary. So if you want the security in the country to die, first of all, start by arresting those insecurity, those terrorist sympathizers like Sheikh Gumi. Sheikh Gumi is a terrorist. Even Saudi Arabia rejected him. Somebody at Saudi Arabia that claims to be a sheikh that Saudi Arabia rejected. What makes you think that the person is a good person? Arrest Sheikh Gumi, he should be scrutinized, and he will vomit, he will spill. He will spill. Then what's his name? This other governor, this former governor that is now defense minister. Those people all should be arrested. They should come and tell us what is happening to all the money allocated for insecurity, for the battle against insecurity in this country. If not, if you want allocate hundreds of trillions, they will still loot it. And we will still come back to zeros. I don't want this level of madness anymore. At least this money should be channeled to our education, our schools, our hospitals, and other areas. If this money that has been wasted since 2015 till date was channeled into healthcare, do you know where our healthcare will be today? People from other countries will be coming to this country for treatment. But then we'll allocate monies, and then few persons will sit on it and swallow it. And no heads will not roll. Tinubu, clean your house. You know who they are. You know these criminals. You know them very well. The information at your table is information that nobody in this country has. You know what to do. You know the right thing to do. Do it. Let's have peace in this country. And all these northern sympathizers, no matter how little they are, any of them that sympathizes with them, arrest the person. They shouldn't go unpunished. It shouldn't be only IPOB that you'll be arresting. IPOB has not done 1% of what these people have done. Yet they are not even declared terrorists. Giving Nigeria a bad name everywhere we go. And then the North are looking for who to accuse of what they bettered themselves. And Tinubu, another thing is this Alamajiri system. Any person that gives birth to children that he or she cannot take care of should go to jail. I don't see a section of this country that will think they are not bringing anything to the table. What is the North bringing to the table? They think by giving birth to children and throwing them on the streets is helping the country. No, the answer is no. We no longer want it. Take care of your children. If you know you cannot give birth to children, don't give birth to them. Don't give birth to them. Don't give birth to liabilities to Nigeria. Enough is enough. Thank you to all my viewers. I really appreciate you. It is time I go to bed now. We're coming back same time tomorrow, 9 p.m. tomorrow. Another episode tomorrow, we'll be discussing about INEC. Those things that are causing us this setback are things that we must be discussing, are things that we must be tackling. Because if we don't tackle these things, the country is going backward. Nobody will tell me now that this country is better than 2015, that 2025 is better than 2015 or 2012. Under this APC government, we now buy Nigerian used cars. Nigerian used cars are now luxury. Electricity is now luxury. Even rice is now luxury. Rice we used to buy 3,000, 4,000. It's now a luxury. And people will think we are moving forward. We are moving backward. Look at the value of our currency. Our currency has no value. Other Botswana here. Botswana is just 13 pula to $1. So 1,000 pula now, change it to Nigerian money. That's a lot of money. What did they do to keep their economy, to keep their currency the way it is? Nigerian government, APC government just decided to float the currencies because they floated the currency so that they can make more money. Now they have those money, yet they are still borrowing. What are they doing with all this money? Who will come out and say, I have benefited from all these things they are doing? So APC is the foundation of terrorism in this country, but they can still clean the house. Tinubu, you can still clean the house and take the glory for what so many governments have not succeeded in doing. Thank you to all my viewers. I pray that God bless you and keep you safe at all times. No evil shall befall you. You all cannot and will never be a victim of what you know nothing about. You can never be a victim of terrorism or kidnappers, because the APC government has gave enabling environment for kidnappers, enabling environment for terrorists to thrive, but they will never see you. They will never see you. Thanks for watching and goodbye.